Good morning and greetings from Miami, Florida. And I'm bringing back a feature I used to call the Review Wednesdays. So I've had Minitini II for a whole year now, and I wanted to let you know about my favorite upgrade, and it has to do with the electrical system.
I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be, 'cause I'm free in my RV, yeah.
As you know, when I spoke to Winnebago originally about, getting this trailer and all that, I asked for a couple of upgrades, things that I believe are essential. And one of those was the electrical system, and they did a great job. They got me some 200 watts of solar. I got lithium batteries, but my favorite thing, and let me see if I can open this one-handed, is the brains of the whole operation.
And there it is, the Xantrex Freedom XC 2000. It is a true sine wave inverter with a built-in lithium-ion battery charger and a transfer switch in a compact, lightweight footprint.
Yeah, as I was saying, the inverter is probably the brains of the whole system, and its primary function, it is an inverter. So the primary function of an inverter is basically to convert the 12-volt direct current power coming out of the battery into usable AC energy, alternating current, 60 hertz, 120 volts for us here in the United States. And that's its primary function. So you can run your regular electrical appliances like a microwave, hair dryer, your computer, things like that. Now this thing is 2,000 watts, which means it's not able to run the air conditioner, but the way it is wired, it is smart enough to know that. So if I turn the air conditioner while boondocking, it will not even attempt to run, and that's great. Another great feature it has a transfer switch. And that's something that you need to do if you're gonna wire it to all the outlets. Because if right now I, connect to shore power, I'm actually connected to shore power right now, it'll automatically detect that and say, I'm gonna turn off and run a bypass and bypass that shore power to all these systems. And that's what it does, bypass basically. Actually, let me show you how it all works. I'm gonna turn off the power and show you what it looks like inside, because this is the control panel right here. But this is kind of awkward to get in here and use it. So what did they do? They have a remote. Okay, here we have the remote control. And as you can see, it looks exactly the same as the panel on the inverter down there. And from here, you can pretty much control all the functions. Right now, it's telling you what's going on. We're consuming 308 watts. And we are, the battery has 13 volts. And it tells you what's going on, that it is drawing power from the battery, inverting it, and using it for all your appliances. It does have a bunch of functions that you can scroll through to control all the different aspects. And of course, there's an instruction manual that tells you what all those things may mean. But basically, you can tell it how much power to use when charging, and you tell it what kind of battery you have connected, all kinds of things. It's really It's really quite a long manual, but it does a lot. But one of the reasons why I'm making this video is because I just got this new control. The old control that I had did not have that, and this is a Bluetooth controller. So let me show you what it does. So yes, it has an app, and it tells you that it's inverting. There's no power off the grid, and it is consuming right now 312 watts. You know why it is consuming 312 watts? This refrigerator. So when I'm off grid, what I usually do, I manually turn the refrigerator onto propane. And what that does, it saves a lot of power, because otherwise I would deplete my batteries much faster. These absorption style refrigerators are not very efficient when they're using electricity. They're great when you're boondocking and using propane, but not with electricity. So now that I turned off it says 0 watts, because all I have is a couple of LEDs on, and I'm getting solar as well. So it's probably balancing out right now. Let me show you the other app that I have. This is the Xantrex battery app, which it's a little more accurate when it comes to amps and watts. As you can see, it tells me exactly the percentage that I have of battery. and the voltage, and right now we're consuming 4 amps, which translates to 52 watts. And the app is really cool, but because if we're getting a significant amount of solar, it'll tell me how many amps of solar I'm actually getting. Of course, in the app you can also access all the settings, which is really cool. All those settings that are like a cryptic menu on that remote control that you would have to go through a manual. Everything you can control through here. And one of the things that I did, that I changed from the default, because it defaults to charging at a tremendous rate. I mean, you can charge that battery within an hour probably at the default setting, because it is grabbing that whole 30 amp connection when you are at the campground. But what happens if I want to run it with the RV or charge with a smaller generator, or right here at home, I'm only connected to a 15 amp regular outlet? I might blow a fuse. So I lowered it a little bit so I could charge it with my power station or with my small generator or here at home. So and I could raise that ampage to the maximum when I'm at a campground. So that's really cool. Now what happens if I try to run my AC now? Nothing happens. But I'm gonna simulate turning on the power right now, and let's see what happens. Okay, we just turned on power here, and as you can see, now this is lit up. It says inverting. It's gonna change to AC bypass. There you go. It changed to AC bypass, and something is gonna happen now in a few seconds. It does have a protection. There you go. Automatically the air conditioner turned on, and if you turn off the power right now, you won't notice. The lights won't even blink. Nothing will happen except that you will continue to have power and the AC will turn off. Well, let's do that now. And I have Ely assisting me inside the house there, and she's gonna turn off the power right now to that outlet that I'm using for demonstration purposes here, and it's gonna happen any minute now. There you go. AC is off. Nothing happened here. The microwave didn't even blink. And now we're back on total inverted power, and it is that seamless, that it works that great. Of course, now that the power is off, let me turn this off, because that's just a demonstration. But if I wanted to, for example, if I wanted to reheat my coffee, which is something that I usually do in the morning or what have you, I just turn on the microwave, and it just works seamlessly off of the power. Of course, now this is gonna go up really 1,374 watts we're consuming of the microwave, but the battery and the inverter, they don't even blink. They're just, it's within its capabilities. So we can use the microwave. You could use a hair dryer in the bathroom, as long as it doesn't go over 2,000 watts. And I find it extremely convenient, because as you know, I love to boondock. I love to go out in the desert and be there off grid without any hookups, and having a reliable power system. And it's really a game changer, and I love having it. Now let me show you how this works in a real world situation, since I am going to Perry, Florida, to our homestead up there in a couple of days. But for you, that is going to happen right now. So here we are boondocking at Pelly Camp in Taylor County, Florida, and this is one of those situations where the Xantrex comes in really handy, because I'm here on the side of the road, no hookups whatsoever. But as we come inside, let me show you. We've got power. The computer works. Most importantly, microwave. Yep, definitely my favorite upgrade we've done to Minitini the trailer, the Micro Mini 1708 FP. Until the next one, thank you so much for watching, and see you on the road. I'm riding in